Hi, my name is Dave Tupper with CAPINC. I'm one of the 3D printing technicians. This month's blog post that I'm doing is about how to integrate 3D printing with your normal machine shop. A lot of machining is done from castings or forgings, and some of them don't have level surfaces to clamp to. There's no way to get this to sit level on your table or on the 1, 2, 3 blocks. So there's no way to clamp it down without using a combination of shims, machinist jacks, clamps, and blocks. What you can do if you've designed your own forgings or castings is make a jig on your 3D printer. That will ride on the flat surfaces, which then gives you a flat surface to clamp to. This allows you to start machining, get yourself a datum surface here and here, which you can then, once it's machined, then you'd be able to clamp this item down. If you have your own designs that you're working on, you can, in SolidWorks or whatever CAD program you're using, take your forging or casting, subtract it from a block of material. You might have to trim the cutouts a little bit to give you a little more room, but that will give you a clamping block, which you can then use on your milling machine or your CNC to clamp your parts in. Another thing that I found is in building these jigs, and I don't take credit for these, I found the design online to go with the forging that I've got. I made a mistake in the drawing. You can see these two slots don't line up. That could cost your machinist a half hour to an hour to figure out and reset. In this case, we just moved it and reprinted it. Now this one is correct. This is a couple bucks worth of plastic that can be recycled. Another problem that I found that isn't directly related to this, but you will find if you're doing this, is this part you can see curled, and you can probably see that the surface is rough. This is what's going to happen if you're reusing trays and building solid parts. I normally don't recommend that people build solid parts unless they absolutely need them, but for clamping in a machine tool, you need the additional strength. You'll also notice that I built with the cutouts down on this, and that's to give the support some extra grab on the model material. You can also build yourself little jigs. If you were to machine these parts out of metal, they have a 10-degree angle on them. Normally you would have to use some way to elevate this to give you the 10-degree angle to mill the flat. With this, you put it there, clamp it, mill it. I've also built a part for aligning my mill. Put my dial indicator on this end. This goes in the collet, and I can swing it from side to side to make sure that the column is perpendicular to the table. All little tools that you can make using a 3D printer that allow your work in your machine shop to go smoother and easier, and therefore faster.